show in our hands and just compete. You know, just be present, compete.
Really appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Kev.
Here comes Edwards. He's jousting with Vassell. The rebound by Castle.
Kevin, to your point about second chance, fast breaks points, Spurs 8 fast break points, 1 for 6. It's just a concerted effort of Minnesota, understanding as Castle gets the early foul.
Picked up his third, and Castle at the line for the Spurs.
And a big hands, and because of that, he's at the free throw line.
15, we've had 6 lead changes, 3 ties, and Minnesota Timberwolves led at one time by 4. It's Edwards with 19. He'll dance on Fox and fade away again, and the rebound by Castle.
And that's back-to-back mid-range shots for Anthony Edwards to start this half.
It's Vassell, who will take it on top, and Rudy is out there to defend. Wembanyama in the opposite corner. Across the lane, Castle with a nice move, a duck and a lean. A lot of contact, no call made, but they control the offensive rebound, and it's Vassell again. Working on Gobert, baseline Fox, into 2, ball deflected, Edwards has it. Dosunmu on the fly, on the wing Randall. Into Castle, out to Edwards, in the corner, and they'll work it around. It's Dosunmu with a 3 and a Champagny rebound.
This turns out to be a pretty defensive half to start in the second half, as both teams are doing a great job of closing off the corners, something they struggled with.
Wembanyama tried to get it and then was shoved and retaken at the other end by the Spurs. And Castle sets, fires 3, good.
Looking at them every time. This is the second round of the playoffs. It's going to get more physical, and the refs are allowing you to get away with a little bit extra.
McDaniels rattles out. Dosunmu parachutes in, gets the ball. Gobert converts for...
Team led the NBA in field goal percentage in the regular season, 5 of 5, 10 points. Nice little floater.
Second chance points for Minnesota, 16-4, wide open. It's Wembanyama finally hitting from outside. He had struggled, a 15. And from 3 now, 1 of 2 this evening.
Wemby didn't have to show up Rudy like that. Rudy hit a 12-footer, and then Wemby gonna come back and shoot a 35-foot.
Look at the holding inside with Gobert.
A foul call right there.
Randall takes it, kicks it. With 5 to fire, McDaniels is... Gobert set the screen on the handoff to McDaniels. Works his way into the defense of Champagny.
Quietly putting together, a solid performance. He's the one guy that they know can get his shot off. Vassell shoots a long 3. He's the one guy that can get his shot off versus anybody that's on the floor. Even Wemby, he shoots shots in the paint over Wemby, and so Jaden McDaniels is a guy that they're definitely going to need to get going down the stretch.
Here comes Randall. Champagny is there, and across the lane, leaning in, pulls the trigger, got the miss, shot on the play, down Wembanyama. And Wembanyama will find Castle. It's Devin Vassell, wide open lane, wow!
Woo. Oh my goodness.
Did you see Wemby start the offense and then get a flare screen? I know Shaq somewhere, either smiling or hating for sure, because you see a big guy doing everything you wanted to do.
Edwards will work his way, snaking for 2 as he'll go in a congested lane. Here's Fox. Champagny, it's a 3. He's in his postseason. Reed around the screen. Nas sets up his triple. Good.
Off the break is...
How about that?
People forget.
And they're going to need that. They're going to need more depth from Fox getting downhill, putting that pressure on the rim.
San Antonio has now missed 7 free throws tonight. Reed. Good pocket pass on the fly, Edwards. Edwards with 23.
Ant doing a good job passing and cutting. The hardest thing if you're a superstar, you gotta continue to move off of the ball.
Penny in the corner, it's a 3, and a Gobert rebound.
Yeah, he allowed for San Antonio to deny him last game when he was off the ball, and so just great recognition right there by Ant-Man, not to stay still and get the back up. Big 3 by Ayo.
Dosunmu drills the three. Vassell other end. He knocks in a triple.
Well, from downtown as both teams struggled in the first half from beyond the arc.
McDaniels comes a three.
Each other not set on the defensive end of the floor. They're taking advantage of the opportunity to score quickly.
Fox twisting, firing, no. Rebound, hustle play. Vassell vacuums it in. Fox, three, yes. Timeout taken. Back in three different players. Shannon is in. Now to Edwards. Cutting his read on top Gobert. And Cornette comes out on him. Dylan Harper's in. Screen by Gobert. Step back three by Edwards. Rebound Gobert. Volleyballs up at Vassell. Will take it the other way for the Spurs. Castle. Nice hesitation to set up. And set the offense. 5.5 to play in the third.
And you're going to see a lot of offense run through Vassell right here with Wemby out of the game.
Foul. Gobert shoves players at two more difficult defensive assignments. Here's Cornette over Gobert and gets it to go.
And he's done a great job. You cannot shut down, you cannot stop Jokic or Wemby, but Rudy has done a great job, and I think this has been a great playoff series defensively for him, for all the naysayers.
Reed with a nice little shake and big move to get two inside with an offhand.
And Reed and Randall have really taken advantage of that middle of the floor ISO above the break where it's tough for the defense to double.
Under 5 to go here in the third. Driving is the second overall pick in the draft, Dylan Harper. Castle sets, fires, three, no. Rebound, and the 11th one for Edwards, has got a double-double. Reed by Cornette on the wing. McDaniels deflected by the ever-present Harper. And he's down and hurt. 4 on 5. It's Vassell and Cornette and Castle. And a timeout taken by San Antonio as Dylan Harper is still down. Oh, and a shot.
Now game 3, we don't like you. It's like that little push and shove shows me that like I'm just getting tired of you. You're frustrating me a lot. I like it.
Wembanyama. And in Texas, if necessary. A couple beauties there by Wembanyama.
Wemby has literally changed every parent, every coach that has a tall kid, how they train. You now got to come off away screens and make a play as a 7-4 guy.
Shannon to the cutting Dosunmu. A couple Illinois players with teammates, a miss. And it's Harper on the gallop. After he was down, he's knocked away the cobwebs. He works into Dosunmu, and a foul is pretty significant. As big as any individual.
27 points, career high. Let's see what he can do. He's close pick and working himself into this game.
Just getting this experience, like VJ over in Philly as well, getting this experience as a young guy to be able to play in these environments and in these games. You know, we heard Brian say the other day about Bronny, a regular season game, you can never get nervous for a game from that standpoint because you played in the most intense possessions in the playoffs.
Double contest shots, it causes a lot of problems for offenses.
Candace, Wemby arms are beat up.
Knocked away by Gobert.
Man, you can just look at Wemby's arm. A lot of physicality has been pushed towards that young man.
Vassell the miss, rebound Reed, down court Shannon, the hesitation with Edwards with it. Edwards with 23 and a double-double, splits the defense, takes it in, and on the move, got the deuce.
Right there, Edwards with 2 draped all over him, still is able to get the ball to go. I love Edwards playing out of that mid-range spot. I'd like to see him get the ball. It's not as much energy to score from there.
Castle bulldozing inside. That's a foul. Playoffs, so we are harnessed in and ready to go. Series tied at 1. Castle, Wembanyama, bobbled it away. Shannon was there. McDaniels to Dosunmu. Corner, 3, up and off by Randall. And another rebound by Wembanyama. 10 for him.
Would love to see Randall catch and attack. They're trying to get back in transition right there. That's the moment right there when you put pressure on the basket. You don't settle for that corner 3. You get that anytime.
Gobert on the bench. Shot clock at 5. Carter is in, the rookie. And Dosunmu pushes Wembanyama in a foul. It goes on make it ice of his coach. And then you got Dosumu.
Injured that you're hurt or anything like that, because the team is going to make a been hampered at all.
San Antonio's in a 9-2 run. Here's Dosumu. McDaniels. Shannon. A lot of athleticism on the floor for the Wolves.
Space.
He'll set. He'll jab step and fire. And Reed trying to knock it in. Could not. Carter had it. Stripped of the ball by McDaniels. It's Randall. Goes into the fray. Tries to drive. Blocks. And for him, number 1 at the free throw line.
Randall needs to have a big game down the stretch here, and I think the big game involves with Randall being in the paint and not settling for jump shots.
Minnesota, the highest scoring fourth quarter team in these playoffs. It's Castle getting a shot blocked inside by Reed. 2-on-1. Randall to the hole. No. Picked up Wembanyama. Fouled by McDaniels.
Patience with yourself. That's an easy layup right there that he missed. He rushed it.
McDaniels with his 4th foul. Here comes Fox. Randall there into the double team. Wembanyama, and he spins and gets the
off of the floor. They're going to go to Wemby in the paint.
Randall across the lane. McDaniels into the lane. Rebound outside the lane and off.
Luxury that the San Antonio Spurs have when you know you have Wemby behind you. It allows you to be a better defender on the ball, to apply more pressure on the ball and take more chances.
Terrence Shannon 3.
Points that he has on the defensive end, doing a little bit of everything.
Fox with an open 3. Wembanyama gets it and puts it back up and in.
Did you just see that?
Yes, that's what I've been wanting big guys to do. The ball down to where guards can strip you. Keep it up, keep it high.
Prior to the trade deadline, how much of a 3-level scorer this guy is. We saw it against the Denver Nuggets as Wemby.
Already in the 4th, with 3 minutes gone in the 4th, Wembanyama. 30 points for him, driving inside McDaniels. Rebound by Victor Wembanyama. He grabs another one, 13 for the game, double-double for him. Carter Bryant gets it off to Fox. Wembanyama, another 3, air ball. In the corner, McDaniels 3. Rebound. Randall slams it.
Has to do that with Wembanyama out of the paint, contesting the 3 in the corner. Randall has to clean up all those rebounds in the paint.
Here's Fox, and McDaniels is on him. Fox takes it across the lane. Wembanyama had a hand on it. Dosumu has it. Numbers the other way on the wing. Shannon glides for 2. Timeout, Shannon. Here's Fox, got tangled up. Edwards picks it up to trail by 1 at the end of 1 and eventually lead by 4 points after that big deficit. The spinning shot, Harper. Nice put up.
For getting minutes during the season, but closing a lot of playoff games here down the stretch. Coach trusting the young rookie.
Edwards trying to split the D, and in traffic puts it up and in.
Well, we saw that Minnesota in this season series is a plus 43 in the 4th quarter, and number 5 right there is a big reason why. Game 1, 18 points of his 18, 11 in the 4th quarter, but also to Julius Randle. So they have closers, they have guys that's seen it before and that's been here.
Fox with that long 2. Edwards with 29. Gobert on top. Cornette is the center. Edwards again surrounded. Shot clock is down to 7. Offhand McDaniels. Try to tip in his own miss. Retrieved inside. Randall can get it, but Gobert does. Oh, the 31 in the playoffs.
And he knocks that free throw down, but the Timberwolves with Wemby on the bench going straight to the paint. Wemby back on the floor. Let's see what they do on the other end.
It's Fox. Wembanyama knocked away by Gobert. 6.5 to go. Second chance points. Minnesota 27-12 in that category. Edwards on top. They got McDaniels inside, defended by Wembanyama with a foul called. And it's up.
trying to contest and gets the foul.
The adjustment we talked about with him getting the ball to the middle of the floor, so once the trap comes, he has the outlets, he can see the entire floor, and not allowing himself to be on the sideline where the defense can bottle him up.
1-point game, Wolves on an 11-4 run. Castle, cross-court corner, Champagny three, good! Big-time stroke.
And it looked like the entire Timberwolves bench was trying to contest Champagny on that three as he knocks it down from the corner.
I don't think they could do that. It's an offensive foul.
Here's McDaniels.
Technical foul.
Knocked away by Wembanyama, retrieved by Randall. Inside, McDaniels knocked away a fourth block, Wembanyama. And then Randall stuck with it and puts it back up and in.
Well, Randall.
That's what we're talking about with Randall, man. Get in that paint, mix it up down there, use your physicality. Don't bail him out shooting corner threes all night.
Champagny three, rebound Edwards.
McDaniels never quits on plays. Gets up from getting screened and contests that three.
Career high 13 rebounds for Edwards. Doubled, blitzed. Randall has it. Oh. Uh-oh. Finch is over.
Well, you gotta love it. The players, the coaches, and the
And the refs, let's go.
Edwards has played as many minutes as anybody in this game.
Gotta get off of it.
Randall's gotta cut and relieve some of that help right there.
2 to fire, 3 no good. Wembanyama the rebound. And it goes out to the rookie Dylan Harper. And here comes Stephon Castle. McDaniels is on him. Screens, switches. Randall is on Castle with the shove, the fall, and Castle inside Wembanyama got tangled up with Edwards and down goes Castle again with 13 points. Wembanyama, Gobert there. Shot clock is down to 2. Inside, wide open Harper. Great feed by Wembanyama.
Up to help to give up an uncontested layup.
Dosumu and Harper on him. The drive and a floater on the fly. Harper the rebound for San Antonio. Ahead it goes. Here's Vassell. Under 4 to go in the fourth. Timeout. San Antonio leading by 4 with the ball. Wolves have no fouls to give. Spurs have 1. Here's Wembanyama and Gobert on him. Shot clock at 5. Victor Wembanyama.
I mean, Rudy did everything.
Just over the shoulder off one leg. Lil Durk, shout out to Nowitzki in the studio.
It's 34 points for Wembanyama in this game. 3.5 to go. Screen Gobert. Corner. Reed 3. Good.
That's it right there. Get off the ball. When they're trapping, you don't have anything. You don't have time to hold it. Get off of it and allow your teammates to do what they do.
It's Vassell, and Edwards is there. Screen. Wembanyama 3. Good!
There is
what a hit outside!
There's nothing you can do when he's knocking down the 3. 37, 3 of 5 from 3.
In the words of Dirk, hot player.
14 fourth quarter points by Wembanyama. McDaniels spinning on Harper. Dosumu picked up by Champagny. Reed, shot clock, 2 over Vassell, 3. Rebound, Wembanyama. Harpoons the ball inside, 15 rebounds.
Candace, you see a player who wants it. You looking at him right here, number 1. He wants the ball every possession down.
Ball knocked away.